Teacher, I like Johnson.
Oh, David, how are you? I listened to voices over there. David, sorry for the inconvenience. The internet was not working by the time. I could only send you messages. And actually, they fixed the problem, which I'm so glad to see you one more time. Welcome to my class. And today we are having a nice topic. All right?
What topic is that?
Yeah, it's something that I know you're going to like it. Hello.
In Christmas.
How do you feel? Okay, David.
Happy.
All right. Hello. What's her name?
Her name is Cherry. English name. She learned English. She
What's
learns
her name?
She is Cherry. She learned English and Japanese very well.
Oh, she's learning Japanese?
Yeah.
But where is she learning? Oh my God. And where is she?
With me. Like me. She learned like me, teacher.
Yeah, can you hear me well now?
I can hear you well. She
Okay.
learned,
You tell me that you're, oh, sorry. Let me see. Give me a second. Okay, David, you're telling me that your sister, your little sister, is learning Japanese?
Yes.
Can she talk in Japanese with me?
She's not. It's the first time. Not this. It's the first time she learns. So the first time she learns very well, but now she forgot.
Oh, I thought you knew Japanese already.
I can say.
Oh, nice, David. Nice. David, I hope you're fine. I want to ask you a question. What do you remember about our previous lesson? All right.
Lessons we learn about movies.
We learned about movies. Let me ask you something. What's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie is Harry Potter.
Oh, your favorite movie is Harry Potter. Nice. And let me ask you a question. All right. What's your favorite Vietnamese movie?
My favorite Vietnam movies. Oh, in Vietnam movies is.
Don't you have Vietnam famous or popular Vietnamese movies there?
No, in Vietnam movies, it's not good. It's not it's not very good. It's bad. I don't like it.
Oh, you don't like it? Okay, anyway, so David, welcome to my class one more time. So let's go on. Do you like Spider-Man?
Nope. I'm not a kid.
Okay, you don't like Spider-Man. So David, today we're gonna talk about future. Let me show you this, all right? Give me a second.
Okay.
So
but wait, I need to. Oh no. Okay. Okay.
Have you been to David? Have you been to Honolulu?
What?
Honolulu. You know where is it?
I don't know.
Hawaii.
Hawaii?
Yeah, Hawaii.
Huh?
It's in the Pacific, but it's part of the US.
Hawaii in USA?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And do you know what's my favorite pizza?
What's your favorite pizza?
My favorite pizza is Sunny Pizza. First, we need.
Again, one more time. What's your favorite type of pizza?
My favorite pizza is salami pizza.
Salami, you mean?
Salami pizza in Vietnam.
Salami? Do you guys eat salami?
Yes, I enjoy it. It's so yummy. First, we need to.
Do you guys eat salami there in Vietnam?
Yep.
So here, let me tell you something. There is something we eat here, which is plátano con salami, well known as mango. Do you know what is it?
No.
It's this is mashed plantain with some butter
and then you can add to it the three hits like egg. Let me see what else. Salami, all right, and cheese. All right, you can put the three things together. So all the milk is like this. All right.
I it's so bad. I hear it's my Santa Claus. And they have letter too. But even
Oh,
me.
nice. So David,
See,
we're gonna start.
letters here.
We're gonna start with our class now. So, oh, nice, nice invention. We're gonna start with our class now. So let me show you this. So we're gonna be talking about future, all right? What would you like to do in the future?
In the future, I want to do a scientist because scientists can make robots in the future and help people to do everything they want.
Okay. Okay, so let me ask you something. Okay, let me ask you something. You would like to be a scientist? All right.
Yeah.
Let me show you
Yeah.
this.
What you show me?
Let me ask you something. Look at this.
Topic?
Can you see my screen?
Nope. I only see use and recording and
Okay,
me.
give me a second to show you this. That is the lesson.
I need to change the view.
Okay,
Exit full screen.
look at this.
Change the view. Garly.
I did. Look at there.
Okay,
So
it's
let me
big
show
now.
you.
Oh,
She's learning English too. Nice. I love that. Oh, well.
Pillar and Grapeseed.
Yeah, we're
Pillar is unit 2 now.
she's learning English. I love.
Roblox. I see now.
Okay, let me show you here.
Ooh, alien.
Can
I
you
like
see
alien.
it?
Okay. What? Do you know? Aliens is coming to the Earth. It's named Psi Beta.
All right.
Psi Beta.
So today we're going to be talking about vision of the future. All right, reading, and let me show you something. So look at this. So maybe I want you to describe the picture. What do you see in this amazing picture?
Oh, it has robots, aliens, and oh my goodness, this one.
Yeah, what do you see in the picture? What can you tell me about the picture?
The alien is fighting with the Earth. No, it's not that. It don't have anything like that. Next, this one alien talk with the scientist. Yes, this happened because one time they see an alien and the scientists see already. She is
Okay,
with
nice.
robots have it in Paris. In Paris, they make
Yeah, and also the cruise industry. Let me show you something.
It's more than $100,000.
All right, so let me show you something, all right?
Okay, give it for me.
Which one do you think is the most likely to come true?
I want the robots help people and an alien because alien we see already, but it's 5,000 years old when it have people in there, but it's so I don't know computer, and they said that alien's name is Cybeta. That's alien name Cybeta. 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 What?
Okay, so let's go on. Let's go on. All right, David, let's go to exercise number 2. All right. So I want
It's
you
good.
to listen carefully. You're going to listen carefully. So do let me know if you can see all the information. So we're gonna read you're gonna read the test, and I want you to listen. In your opinion, whose prediction is this? Listen
I
carefully.
don't know. I don't understand what you said.
Okay. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Can you see this?
I can see it. It's 50 years on.
Okay, let me reproduce. I'm gonna play for you the audio. Listen carefully. I'm gonna play the audio for you again.
That is hard.
Lesson 5E, Exercise 2,
Wait,
50
how to
years
do it?
on. Sir David King, Scientific Advisor to the British Government.
Can you listen well, David?
I can hear it.
Let me see something. Give me a second. Okay. Okay, listen carefully. Give me a quick second. Okay. Listen carefully, David. Listen carefully.
Okay.
Lesson 5E,
Well, how to do it? Wait,
Exercise
how to do
2,
it? Wait, how to do
50
it?
years on.
Only,
Sir David
only
King,
listen, teacher.
Scientific Advisor to the British Government.
Can you listen
Wait,
well?
wait, wait. I can listen to you, but how to do it? Only listen.
Yeah, listen and read. But first listen and then you read, all right?
I can.
Do let me know if you can understand what they are saying.
I cannot.
Just pay attention, listen carefully. This way you may understand what they will be saying. Okay, listen carefully.
Sir David King, Scientific Advisor to the British Government.
Okay.
If we mission, the Earth will become 50 years on.
Can you listen?
Sir David King, Scientific Advisor to the British Government.
David Ken.
If we don't reduce carbon emissions, the Earth will become warmer, polar ice will melt, and the oceans will rise. Cities like London and New York will disappear under the water. By 2100, Antarctica could be the only continent that is suitable for human life. The rest of the world will be too hot.
Francis Collins, geneticist.
50 years from now, millions of people will live past the age of 100 and remain healthy. This will happen because we'll be able to study each person's genetic code and find the best way to treat illnesses in that individual. In about 50 years' time, the most important question for our society might not be how long can humans live, but how long do we want to live?
J. Richard Gott, physicist.
During the next 50 years, our planet might suffer a catastrophe. Humans could disappear, just like the dinosaurs and hundreds of other species. The best way to make humans safe from extinction is to start a colony on Mars. This is not a prediction,
Listen
but
carefully.
a hope. Will we be smart enough to do it?
Ellen Heber Katz, biologist.
I believe that soon we will be able to repair the human body in the same way that we can replace damaged parts of a car or a washing machine. 5 years from now, we will be able to grow new fingers, and a few years after that, new arms and legs. Within 50 years, replacing your whole body will be normal.
Peter Norvig, Director of Research at Google.
Today, people all over the world have access to billions of pages of text on the internet. At the moment, they use search engines to find information, but 50 years from now, people will simply discuss their needs with their computer, and the computer will make suggestions and provide usable information, not just a list of links.
Eric Horvitz, Principal Researcher at Microsoft Research.
In 50 years' time, computers will be much more intelligent than today, and this will change people's lives. Computers will help people work, learn, plan, and decide. They will help people from different countries to understand each other by automatically translating from one language to another. Intelligent computers will work as scientists and will start to make important discoveries on their own.
Okay, so let me ask you something. David, so I want you to read the first one, the second, and the third. A, B, and C.
Okay, I can read it.
Okay.
Sir David King.
It has your name.
Scientific endeavor to the British government.
Government, that's right.
If we don't
Reduce
carbon emissions, the Earth will become warmer. Polar ice will melt the ocean melt the ocean while will rise. Cities like London and New York will disappear under the water by 2100, and Antarctica could be only continent that is suitable for human life. And
suitable for human life.
Suitable for human life. The rest of the world will be too hot.
Too hot, that's right. What do you understand about that? What is your opinion? What do you think?
Like is when in the future the Earth is harder and more hot.
Hotter. The Earth will be hotter.
Hotter. The ice will melt, and
that's right.
And the water is like and it's hot.
Okay, so letter B, Francis Collins, genetics. Give me a second.
Millions of
Give me
people.
Just 1 second, David, all right? Real quick, 1 second.
Teacher Alex Joseph. Alex Joseph. Alex Joseph. What the what? Okay,
You can continue.
Back inventions. Inventions.
Francis Collins. Yeah.
Francis Collins, geneticist. Geneticist. Okay.
Yeah.
50 years old from now, millions of people will live past art of 100 and remain healthy. Remain healthy. This will happen because we'll be able to study each person's genetic code to find best way treat life in individual. In about 50 years time, the most important questions for society might not be how long can humans live? How long do we want to live?
Okay, so let me ask you. Okay, so question for you. I have a question for you. Very interesting for you, this question, David. Let me ask you, what did you understand about Francis Collins? What is your opinion about him?
I understand it like this. When is 15 years more, it will the people and can remain healthy
That's right. Will
and
live more longer, they will live more time. That's right.
times and can live longer. Is that it?
Okay. Did you read see it? Letter C, J. Richard Gott, the physicist?
Okay, J. Richard Gott, physicist. During the next 50 years, our planet will might serve as a catastrophe. Humans could disappear just like dinosaurs and hundreds of other species. The best way to make humans safe from extinction is to start a colony on Mars. This is not predictions, but I hope we will smart is there to do.
Okay, let me show you something before I continue. All right, let me ask you something. Give me a second. I would like you to read this for me. Who is the do you understand the word optimistic? David? Do you understand the word optimistic? This one? You're mute. I think you're mute. Sorry, David. Can you please unmute yourself? I think you're muted.
I don't understand Scarist.
Okay, yeah, this is what I was asking you because I could not listen to you. But let me tell you, optimistic, which means that you're always positive. You are always positive. You say yes, yes, yes. You are a yes person. Do you understand the word optimistic?
Okay, I understand.
A person that is positive, a person that always says, yes, I will do it. Do you understand?
Okay.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can do it. That is the that
I know what thing they don't like to do it.
that is a person, that is an optimistic person. Now,
but I know what thing they don't like to do.
scariest.
I say they will know.
You know what is the scariest? Like a scary movie? The scariest is shaking.
Like
Oh
Harry
my
Potter.
god. Oh my
I
god.
was the mark, the last one.
Yeah, do you understand the word scariest?
Yeah. But the optimistic people will scare this one and they will say no.
Okay. And let me ask you something.
And they will put off. Can I bring this one to my house and they and
Even myself, I wish we can have one of them at home, but actually, well, it's impossible. So, David, let me ask you something. Which one is the most optimistic?
optimistic.
Which means like which one of these three people, all right, of these three persons that you read, Sir David King, Francis Collins, J. Richard Gott, which one is more optimistic? Which means that it's more positive, that is always willing to do things.
Oh, yeah. But only the team are Only the thief. Can I bring your house, girl? Can I bring
No,
your house, girl?
because that is in the person, that is in the negative way. But saying this in the positive way, which one or who do you think will be the most optimistic, which means a person that is willing to do, hey, David, for example, hey, David, you know, you can pass the English test and you will get 100 points and you will be the best students of a class. And you keep optimistic that you always be the best of a class. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So among these three people, all right, Sir David King, J. Richard Gott, Francis Collins, who's the most optimistic?
This one I
There
think.
is one that is the opposite, pessimistic. Who is the pessimistic and who is the optimistic?
King.
David King is the optimistic, right?
What?
David, the most optimistic in your opinion is David, Sir David King, right?
Yes. It is
And
right.
who's the scariest?
The series is C. C. Richard Gott. More likely to come true is B. Francis Coin. But when you said don't ABC, the scariest is D. Ellen Hamburg kids.
Give me a second. Okay.
The scariest is Ellen Hamburg kids. Because it's so scary, but I not read it already. But I read this one. This one believe soon as be able to repair human body in same way to replace the damaged part of a car, washing machines. 5 years old years now. Now we will be able to grow new fingers. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
2 years after that, new arm, leg. Oh my goodness! I don't like the robot coming in and change a new hand.
Okay,
And
David,
whole
let me
body
ask you, who is the scariest in your opinion?
in a D, E, and F. In D, E, and F is D. D. All the scariest in all of these stories is D. I'm so scared.
Okay, a question for you. Okay, David, I have a question for you. Let me ask you something. All right. Who's the most likely to, okay, give me a second. I have a question for you, David. Okay. Who's the most likely to come true? What's your opinion?
I think all visit. President Richard of a Microsoft Rich. No, E is E. The crasher reach at Google.
Okay, let me ask you something. I have a question for you. What's the most likely to come true of this one? Can you tell me again?
E Google. Google Peter Nover.
Okay, great job. Great job. So now let's talk about the reading strategy. All right.
Strategy is what? When you're looking at specific information in the tag, reading the first sentence of and often tell you what the whole graph is about.
Okay, reading a strategy. When you are looking for a specific information in a test, which means you are looking for something in the test, which means what is written. Do you understand?
I don't know.
Then the first sentence of a paragraph always gives you or always tells you what the whole paragraph is about. Not necessarily it's gonna be always like that, but most of the time gives you what is the test about. For example, let's say I am reading something. David, are you with me?
I am with you. I'm with you. I'm here.
Okay, for example, let's say I am reading something about Spider-Man, right?
It's like that. I'm read, but
Look at this. Let's imagine, I am going to imagine that I am reading something about Spider-Man, right? And I say, he's the person,
reading about the stories. I can read about the lungs. Not so
right?
good at lungs.
I can say, for example, he is a person who climbs walls, all right? He's a person who climbs walls, all right?
I
And
will say
then
the
you
lungs.
read this. What do you think the test is gonna be about when you read this? When you read this?
It's a science.
No. For example, you listen to this. Let's imagine that this is already written. All right. Look at this. Pay attention. He's a man that wears a disguise with some
It's
nets on
like
his body. And then you see this.
we
Even
see
you
the
do not know,
um,
even you do not know the whole information that is in the test, but you may be able to draw conclusions and think that this is about a Spider-Man. You get my point, David?
Okay, I understand. It's like you say one of the like I will say about a vacation or like what?
Let me show you something. Look at this one. Let's do letter D. So for example, in letter D, look at what I'm gonna do now. So look at what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna read letter D. Listen carefully to myself. I believe that soon we will be able to repair the human body in the same way that we can replace damaged parts of our cars. No, look at this. I believe that soon we will be able to repair the human body in the same way that we can replace damaged parts. I just read this part. What do you think this is about?
This is about the body.
It's about the human body. All right.
The
And then
body.
and
When
let me,
it's fixing the robot hands,
yeah,
it's a normal body and it's so strong.
yeah. It's, let me ask you something. It's about the human body. It's about the human body. But how did you know that I am talking or I am reading about the human body?
Because I see, well, I can see is that it repair the human body. Human body
When you
repair.
read,
I can see when you read and when you read to repair the human body.
there, look at the answer here. When you read that there, look at the cursor.
When you're looking for special information,
The first
sentence.
sentence, absolutely. When you read the first sentence or the first.
Oh, it's the first. I understand now. The first sentence will tell the answer.
You see, now you understand, right? So when you read this first sentence or the first paragraph.
Okay. Yeah.
First sentence and first paragraph. When you read the first sentence and the first paragraph.
Oh, it's like we listen to you and I will answer like the first sentence what is talking about
And then let me ask you something.
why
How
you
do you know, how do we call this in English? Do you know the name of this when we read the first sentence or the first paragraph and we kind of know what is that, what that is about? You know how do we call this in English? We call this in English predictions.
prediction.
predictions, all right?
See? What can you say again?
Okay, so we call these predictions. When we read the first sentence or the first paragraph and we kind of know, all right, what that is going to be about, so we call this prediction. Do you understand the word prediction?
Prediction, no.
Predictions means that you know in advance or you know something that has not happened yet, which means something haven't happened. For example, you will say, today is going to rain, but it's not raining yet, but you are predicting that it is going to rain. Do you understand, David?
I understand.
For example, it's raining. Shh. No, it's sunny. For example, it's sunny. And then you say, oh, teacher Alexis, I think it's going to rain. All right. But how do you know that it's going to rain? You are just making a prediction. Let's continue. Yeah, prediction means when you say something in advance that is going to happen. Let me show you this. Look at this. So let me show you something. How do you think the education is going to be in the future?
Education in the future.
Yeah.
I know education. Hey, teacher.
Okay. Let me ask you. All right. Education. Education. All right. How do you think the education is going to be in the future? So
education.
you know what is education? What I'm doing now, I am educating you. I am teaching you. When you go to a school, you receive education. It's the process of teaching and learning. That is education. This is education.
Okay, I understand it now.
How do you think it's gonna be education in the future? Are we gonna have more computers? It's gonna be more, it's gonna be better.
Big pair. I will. Can you say it again?
How do you think? Let me write it for you. How do you think education is going to be in the future?
You're in the chat one. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
in the chat.
How do you think education is going to?
In
I
the
think in the
future.
sciences. In the future, it's not sciences. I will be a scientist.
Okay.
What?
Okay, so question for you. In the future, do you think the education is gonna be more technological? We will have robots that are gonna help you with our homeworks.
Logical? I don't know logical.
I mean, do you think we may have more technology?
Yes, I think it's have more technology because in the future.
Okay, let me see. And do you think that in the future, that is a prediction, you are predicting, do you think that we are going to be able to travel to the space as we are doing it, as we do in airplanes,
Airplanes.
and to visit other planets?
Yes, I think will be
Do you think
possible.
human beings are going to visit other planets? Like, for example, myself, if I go from here, from America to Vietnam, like people may go to Venus, Mars, and other planets.
Mm, yeah, I think like you. Is a planet. We can move to the planet and have aliens. I like aliens.
All right, so well, that is a fact. But let me ask you something. Do you think there will be better computers?
Yeah, I'll think better computer and have many things, more things in the goals.
Okay, amazing. So I'm going to give you a homework for the next class. I will ask you to talk about, all right, what do you think is going to happen in the future? Or what do you think you may be in the future? Let me write it for you in Zalo. Let me do it here. Give me a second. Okay, look at here, David. Can you see me?
Let's give a second, Zalo.
Okay, it's in Zalo. I'm gonna be writing for you.
Okay, say hello.
Homework.
Okay.
You will talk about what you will like to do in the future. Example, would like to be a look at this. So, but you're gonna say more. All right, that'll be your homework. Okay, you will be talking about, David, are you there?
There.
In the next class, you will tell me what would you like to do in the future. For example, if you want to be a scientist, you will say, well, in the future, I would like to be a scientist because I would like to know more planets. And I feel very happy to know about the cybers. I would like to know about the space. You will say what you would like to do in the future. Do you understand the homework?
I understand homework.
Sorry?
I understand homework.
Okay, David, perfect. So David, see you in our next class. I hope you're fine. And if you have any doubts about the homework, you can write me on Zalo and I will help you, all right?
Okay, so bye-bye, teacher.
Bye, David. See you next class.